So let's talk about our power. We'll start off with our 30 amp service. 30 amp service is just going to have our two prongs here and our round ground plug. This is only one line of 110 coming in here with a 30 amp service. That means that you have a limited amount of amperage in order to operate things on your unit. This is generally found on smaller units and maybe one AC. It is possible that you could have two ACs on your unit. Just keep in mind that your unit may not be set up to actually operate both of those ACs. Now, even though they may run, you are causing a lot of amperage, a lot of heat on this cord whenever you try to run both of them, and it will melt this plug. So always keep that in mind and know that you can reduce the amount of amperage you're using on your unit by swapping your water heater or your refrigerator down to a gas option rather than an electric. This will help you whenever, let's say you're running your air conditioner and you want to run your coffee pot or your microwave or something at the same time. In the event that you are tripping breakers because you're running multiple appliances on electric, this will help reduce the amount that's on there and allow you to run those other options. Also, keep in mind if you use the dog bones or transfers where it goes from a 30 to a 50 amp, it does not change your amperage. It's still a 30 amp service. If you step down from a 30 to a 15, which is your household type plug, then that reduces everything even more, and you shouldn't run air conditionings or anything like that on there, any high amperage pieces that will end up melting that cord. That is mainly just for service of charging your batteries or cooling off your refrigerator or something of that nature, preparing for a trip. Never try to run multiple appliances on a 15 amp service. Here we have our 50 amp service. You'll see 4 prongs on that, 3 flat blades and 1 round one. That is your ground up top. You'll have 2 110 lines going to it and your neutral. Now 50 amp service, you can run multiple options on here. If you have 2 ACs, run 2 ACs, your microwave, whatever. If you step down from a 50 to a 30 amp dog bone, that meaning that you step down from this plug to a 30 amp plug to be able to adapt to a campground of some type, you have reduced the amount of amperage going into your unit now, and you may not be able to run those multiple appliances like you did before. So once again, if you step down, you want to limit the amount of options that you use, and if you want to swap your water heater and such over to LP rather than electric, this will allow you to be able to use more options on that electric side. Regardless whether it's 50 or a 30 amp service, if you ever have an issue where your breaker's continuously tripping, then you want to turn off multiple appliances and start with them one by one using only what is necessary at that time. Your breakers may trip inside your unit or out here at the breaker pole, so keep that in mind that if you don't have power, those are the 2 places that you want to start off checking.